He dribbles into the front court, takes a pull-up three, and Kirchman buries it. Christian Kirchman nails the pull-up three. 5-1 Golden Bulls. 17:58 remaining in the first half. Briscoe into the front court. Up top for Wilson. He lets go with an NBA straight away. Buries it. Ahmad Wilson sticks the triple. First field goal for Bowie. They trail 5-4. Bulldogs show some courtesy backcourt pressure. Christian Williams into the front court for Kirchman out between the circles. He dribbles along the right sideline, guarded by Wells. Bowie now with a man. Gabon Williams takes a pull-up left side three that was blocked by Briscoe, but the rebound squirts off the sneaker of Ahmad Wilson, and Smith retains possession. The Bulldogs opening with Deshaun Wells out of Baltimore, Ahmad Wilson from Baltimore, Michael Briscoe, Waldorf, Maryland, Amari George out of Baltimore, inbound pass deflected away, out of bounds near sideline as Wells denied Kirchman. And then Unoma Ebedam, the Navy transfer, 6'9" in the middle, out of Greenbelt, Maryland. Inbound Kirchman. Picks it off right side, Robert Davis. Out to Williams for a three, and he buries it. Christian Williams showing range, his first basket. 8-3 in favor of Smith. George driving into the paint, throws up a runner, hit it, he's fouled, and it counts. Amari George, his first touch on offense, and he takes it right into the paint and draws a foul against Malik Ford, his second, team's second. So Ford in early foul trouble, and Stephen Joyner Sr. turns to Brandon McKinney. 6'6", 250 out of Hoover, Alabama, GC transfer. Ford goes to the bench with 2 fouls. Smith does not have a lot of length inside. George free throw is good. They won't go taller than 6'7". But George with the and one cuts the Bulldog lead to 8-7. 3 minutes gone in the first half. Williams swings it around right corner, Robert Davis. He drives to the foul line, then backs away with a dribble, guarded by Briscoe. Now picked up by George on a switch. Davis driving down the lane, takes a runner, and that's blocked with a rebound grab by Christian Williams, and he scores a jump hook follow. And it's 5 for Williams. Golden Bulls stretch their lead to 10-7. George with the ball top of the key for Bowie, out to Briscoe. Left side Wilson, back to Briscoe. To George, feeds Ebedam on the baseline. He drives inside, lost control of the ball, tried to recover, but it's deflected away and stolen by McKinney. And Bowie turns one over. Smith with the ball on a 3-point lead as Kirchman dribbles into the front court. Left side Williams, up top Christian Williams. Right side Kirchman beyond the arc. He puts it on the floor. Into McKinney, posted up on Ebedam. McKinney, neat little pass inside for Williams, lays it in off the glass. 7 for Christian Williams, cutting to the rack, and a good look there from McKinney. 12-7, Golden Bulls in front, 15:57 remaining in the first half. Golden Bulls in a zone, left side three, Deshaun Wells, back iron no good. Rebound yanked down by Briscoe, out to Wilson for a right side three, bingo. Second three for Ahmad Wilson. And the Golden Bulls lead shaved to 12-10. 15:35 to play in the first half. Gabon Wilson, right side Kirchman. Back to Williams, he lets go with a three, back iron no good. Wells tips the rebound. Ahmad Wilson comes away with it for Bowie State. He's into the front court, goes all the way, takes a runner off the back iron, no good, but he drew a foul on his off-balance drive, and he'll shoot 2 free throws. Foul on Christian Williams, his first, team's third. Subs waiting at the scorer's table for both teams as Ahmad Wilson goes to the free throw line to shoot 2 for Bowie State. They trail 12-10. His first is good. Now Michael Stevenson. Brian Kelly and Johannes Fleming into the game for Bowie State. Casey Minor makes his first appearance for Smith. Second Wilson free throw off the iron, no good. McKinney comes down with a rebound. So the Golden Bulls with the ball leading 12-11, 15-15 remaining in the first half. Kirchman out between the circles. Left side Minor, left corner McKinney playing away from the basket. High post Williams forcing it inside. Good grab by Minor in traffic. Pulled back out to McKinney to Kirchman. Off a screen, Kirchman takes a pull-up 17-footer that's an air ball. Amari George the rebound, then he threw the outlet away, trying to find Wilson. after Kurtzman wound up on the deck. Then we have a timeout on the floor. 14:56 remaining in the first half. It is Johnson C. Smith 12, Bowie State 11. You're listening to CIAA Tournament Basketball from Charlotte on HSRN, the voice of choice. CIAA Tournament Basketball from Bojangles Coliseum in Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm John Emmett. It's the final men's play-in game. Bowie State, Johnson C. Smith grab a spot in tomorrow's quarterfinals. Golden Bulls lead 12-11. Both teams shooting well early. Smith will inbound near midcourt, near sideline. Christian Williams to trigger out of the timeout. Inbound to Kurtzman. Takes it back across the timeline. He's guarded by Wells. Bowie State in a man. Left side Minor, ball deflected away, but a reach-in foul whistled against Brian Kelly. Senior out of Lanham, Maryland, his first team second. Bowie's entire roster comes from somewhere between Washington and Baltimore. They are really peas from a very similar pod. David Bell out of Hyattsville, Maryland, into the Bulldog lineup. Inbound to Kurtzman between the circles. Golden Bulls up a point early first half. Minor right side beyond the arc. Starts to drive on Kelly. Got into the paint. Takes an off-balance jumper that rolls off no good. And Bell comes down with the rebound. Kelly into the front court. Left side Briscoe. To Kelly to Bell between the circles. Right side Wilson, three-point country. Out to Briscoe between the rings. Picks up a screen from Fleming. Starts to drive. Feeds Wilson, who fumbled the pass out of bounds. Meanwhile, all kinds of contact between Minor and Kelly, and there was no whistle. Kevon Williams back in the Smith lineup. Casey Minor goes to the bench after a short stint. 12-11, Smith in front, 14-15 remaining in the first half. Kurtzman walks and dribble across the timeline, hands the ball to Robert Davis. Top of the key, McKinney. Right side, Kurtzman out in three-point country. Drives on Kelly, slips a pass underneath. Kevon Williams goes up and scores off the glass. And that is the kind of assist that Kurtzman used to wind up leading the league in that category. 14-11. Golden Bulls in front. Kevon Williams with his first basket. Kelly dribbles between the circles. He's shadowed by Kurtzman. Golden Bulls in a 2-3 zone. Bell left side beyond the arc. Hands the ball to Ahmad Wilson. Davis out to challenge. Fleming sets a screen, and bounce pass from Wilson is booted away by Kurtzman. Rolls all the way down to the other end of the floor where Kurtzman, a sportsmanlike act, trots all the way down to retrieve it. 13:36 remaining in the first half. Smith 14, Bowie State 11. Winner of this game moves on to the quarterfinals tomorrow. Kelly with the ball left side beyond the arc. Up top, Bell starts to drive, swings it out to Briscoe, got into the paint, then threw up an air ball. The rebound deflected out to Kelly. He fires up a baseline jumper, no good off glass and iron. The rebound grabbed by Robert Davis for Johnson C. Smith. Davis averaged 17 points a game this season, including a 46-point effort in an overtime loss last week to Winston-Salem State. No, Kurtzman fires a good pass inside for Kevon Williams. Went up strong, but the shot partially blocked off the glass by Kelly, out of bounds and off the Golden Bulls. And Bowie State gets the possession. Deshaun Wells back in the Bulldog lineup. Ahmad Wilson goes to the bench. Bulldogs down 3, 7 minutes into the first half. Briscoe lobs the ball up the floor to Wells, left sideline. Back to Briscoe between the rings. Left side Wells beyond the arc. Out to Kelly between the circles. Smith stays in a tight 2-3 zone. Briscoe up top Kelly. He starts to drive, slips it off left corner. Wells for a three. That's off the iron, no good. Kelly the rebound. Out to Briscoe. Bulldogs reset the offense. Kelly left side, three-point country. Up top Briscoe. Right side Bell forces a pass inside for Wells. Deflected. Wells recovered. Gives the ball to Briscoe. Back to Wells, right side. Briscoe top of the key. Foul line Fleming. Wells out to Briscoe. Three straight away. Back iron no good. Gabon Williams up for the rebound. Rebounding foul against Bowie State. That will be David Bell, his first. Team's third. And the Golden Bulls will inbound in backcourt, leading 14-11. Bulldogs show full court pressure. Kirchman handles it with a dribble across the stripe near the right sideline. Kirchman dribbling leisurely, now goes to work, drives baseline right, swings it around for a left corner three by Williams, and he buries it. Gabon Williams, swish on the triple. He has 5, 17-11. Smith in front with 11:50 remaining in the first half. Wells between the circles. Right side Kelly, back to Wells. Dribbling near the left sideline. Feeds Kelly, back to Wells. To Kelly, launches an NBA three. Back iron, no good. David Bell, the offensive rebound. Spins back to the rack, but his shot's an air ball. It's out of bounds. Last touched by Williams. And Bowie State retains possession. That shot changed by Brandon McKinney. Ebenham back in the game for Bowie State, and Johannes Fleming retreats to the bench. Kelly takes the inbound, feeds Briscoe. Golden Bulls a 6-point lead. Ebenham driving baseline right, commits an offensive foul as he ran McKinney over. Ebenham picks up his second foul with the charge, fourth team foul. And that means Fleming hurries back into the game. They want to keep Ebenham out of serious foul trouble. Lamont Wilson also returns. And David Bell, who was an all-CIAA rookie, goes to the bench. Neither team had a member of the all-CIAA team this year, despite some really good numbers. Kirchman into the front court. Gives to Christian Williams back in the game. Now inside for McKinney. Goes up strong, shot blocked. McKinney is on rebound. Missed the stick back. And the rebound yanked down by Kelly, who also got a piece of that shot. Kelly driving down the lane. Tried to feed Wells in the right corner. Threw it away, but it's tipped out of bounds. The officials say by Davis. Golden Bulls going crazy. The officials put their heads together, make a rock pile, and decide that they need to get that one straightened out, and it will be a Smith ball. That did appear to clank off the Bowie State on the way out. And the Golden Bulls get the rock with a 6-point lead. 9 minutes gone in the first half. Kirchman takes it across the timeline, feeds Davis right sideline. McKinney playing away from the basket. Lobs it inside for Christian Williams, deflected away by Kelly. Williams recovers and draws a foul. That a great effort by Kelly. The foul was on Fleming. Freshman out of Bowie, his first. Team foul number 5. Golden Bulls going to hurry Aaron Adair into the game for the first time. Out of Winston-Salem, though he went to prep school in Virginia. The Golden Bulls trying to inbound, can't get the ball inbounds, and Robert Davis asks for a timeout. Bulldogs got Amari George back into the game on that last whistle. So the Golden Bulls use a 30 with 10:48 remaining in the first half in a 17-11 Johnson C. Smith lead. These two teams playing for the final spot of the CIAA quarterfinals. The quarters start tomorrow at the Spectrum Center in Uptown Charlotte after we've had 2 days and 12 games at Bojangles Coliseum. And a hat tip to our producer today, Jay Bell, who's actually a cyborg, doesn't need sleep, which is a good thing because he's been here for all 12 games. And of course, HSR had coverage of the CIAA tournament. Will resume tomorrow with the 1 o'clock game. Golden Bulls will Inbound on the baseline. Gabon Williams to trigger it out of the timeout. Williams can't find anybody. He's about to run out of time. Trying to get it into Davis. It's deflected away out of bounds by Amari George. And now Christian Williams going to replace McKinney. Golden Bulls get a little smaller here, and they'll give up some defensive presence, but they get more agile offensively. Bowie State beat Smith in the regular season meeting 61-59. Actually thought they'd had the game blown open. They were up 14 in the second half. That lead nearly completely evaporated, but they hung on for the win. Aaron Adair getting his first touch offensively, gives the ball to Kirchman between the circles. Bulldogs playing man, Kirchman against Wilson. Right side Davis guarded by Briscoe. Up top Adair, played by Ahmad Wilson. Adair driving, takes a runner, missed it. Rebound deflected by Williams, short. And then a foul inside. A rebounding foul against Bowie State. Foul is on Fleming, his second, sixth team. And the Bulldogs will turn to the bench again here. Jemuel Brown doesn't play a whole bunch. Freshman out of Laurel, averages 1.2 points a game, going to get some minutes here. Gabon Williams spins into the paint, throws up a jumper off the glass, no good. Rebound deflected by Adair, loose on the floor. Turns into a hell ball as Adair and Davis tied up Amari George, who wound up on his back. And the Golden Bulls leading 17-11, 10:23 to play of the first half, but the arrow points to Bowie State. Deshaun Wells dribbles into the front court, gives the ball to Wilson, to Wells left side beyond the arc. Out to Briscoe between the circles. Wells to the top of the key, right side Briscoe. Out to Wilson, he started to drive baseline, and it got Gabon Williams up into the air. Williams commits a foul. It's his first, fourth team. We'll give a shout out, special thanks to Bowie State interns Carolyn Miller, Carl Beasel, and Byron Hawkins, who are assisting Jay in his efforts today. I may need some clarification on that note. Inbound to Briscoe between the circles, midway through the first half, 17-11, Golden Bulls. Oh, long right side three, Wilson, swish. Ahmad Wilson's third three, and he almost won a boat with that one. He has 9, and the Golden Bulls lead shaved to 17-14. Kirchman between the circles, to Davis between the rings. Drives, dumps a pass off inside. Christian Williams, shot blocked from behind by Briscoe. And the rebound chased down by Brown for Bowie State. Briscoe into the front court. Kicks it off to Wilson. He starts to drive, throws up a leader. Good off the glass. He's fouled and it counts. Or is it going to go the other way? That's going to be an offensive foul. Offensive foul. Ahmad Wilson, his first, 7th team. So the Golden Bulls take the charge, and they'll go to the middle first half media timeout with the lead. 9:34 remaining first half. Johnson C. Smith 17, Bowie State 14. You're listening to the CIAA basketball tournament from Charlotte on HSRN, the voice of choice. From the CIAA basketball tournament in Charlotte, I'm John Emmett. It is Johnson C. Smith 17, Bowie State 14, 9:34 remaining of the first half. Bulldogs shooting 33% thus far. Golden Bulls with the ball in backcourt. They'll inbound against full court pressure. Following that offensive foul on Wilson, Christian Williams gets the ball into Kirchman. Back to Williams. To Christian Kirchman, who takes it across the midcourt line. Williams between the circles. Hands the ball to Robert Davis. He lobs an alley-oop. Williams had to come back down with it, but lays it in. Williams able to make the catch, had to land, but then went back up to lay it in, and it's 19-14 Golden Bulls. Ahmad Wilson out between the circles to Briscoe. Left side, Deshaun Wells. Briscoe against that tight Smith zone. Briscoe between the rings off an Amari George screen, rising for a foul line jumper. Back iron, no good. Deflected rebound out of bounds. Kirchman, tough assignment right there, but the much taller Brown boxed out, and Brown only able to get a hand on it and tip it out of bounds. And the possession belongs to Smith. Again, full court Bowie pressure, and a ball boy almost got trucked. He was sweeping the floor while play resumed. Kirchman, a good job to take that inbound pass and not kill the ball boy. Kirchman into the front court. His pass into the left corner, deflected away by Wells out of bounds. And Smith will inbound. Clarify that note, Carolyn Miller, Carl Beasel, Byron Hawkins, listening to the game on HSRN. Listeners, not interns. I'm going to keep plugging away on that reading comprehension thing. McKinney with the ball. Out to Gabon Williams, driving baseline left shot, blocked by Briscoe, but a foul whistled against Bowie State, and the Golden Bulls will shoot free throws. They got Jemuel Brown, his first. 8th team foul, and it sends Gabon Williams, 67% free throw shooter. Hometown kid out of Charlotte, and his first rolls in. 6 points now for Williams, who averages 12.5 a game. Brian Kelly back in for Bowie State, and Casey Minor, 6'4" out of Winston-Salem, back in the game for Johnson C. Smith. Golden Bulls 20, Bowie State 14, 8:36 remaining in the first half. These two teams playing for the final available spot in the quarterfinal bracket tomorrow. Second shot's no good. Brown with the Bowie State rebound. Wilson into the front court. Left side, Kelly to Briscoe. Right baseline, George starts to drive. He's cut off by Gabon Williams. Back to Briscoe. Out to Ahmad Wilson. Left side, well beyond the arc. Briscoe top of the key. Out to Kelly. He's double teamed. Cross court pass Wilson. 10 on the shot clock. Wilson to the right baseline, lobs it out front. Briscoe starts to drive, rises for a jumper, crawls off, no good. Brown the offensive rebound, stick back blocked by McKinney, and Minor comes up with a loose ball for Smith. Robert Davis dribbles into the front court. Bounce pass left side, Gabon Williams. He puts it on the floor with the right hand, then backs it away, and there's a foul whistled underneath against the Bulldogs that will send Smith to the free throw line. Foul on Kelly, his second, team's 9th. Now Kirchman back in after a brief rest, and Gabon Wilson will depart the Smith lineup. Casey Minor, 75% foul shooter. Averaging 16 points a game off the bench this season. First free throw is good. Smith has people that can score the ball. Minor, the team's second leading scorer. His second back iron, no. Pulls up, takes a tough lead in jumper. Off good. Fair, and now Briscoe back in for Bowie State, and Brian Kelly will go to the bench. Bulldogs in gold with black numerals lettering, white trim. Golden Bulls in dark blue, gold trim. Bulldogs attacking the basket to our right. Briscoe with the ball between the circles. Wells, they have him. He backs with dribbles between.